Talk Radio WBMC News is next.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh, made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
In the Main Street Journal News, Warren County has earned Tier 1 accreditation from the Tennessee Corrections Institute, placing the local jail among just 38 sheriff's offices statewide to reach this enhanced standard. The designation, confirmed December 3rd, recognizes facilities that go beyond basic compliance by expanding inmate programming, improving officer training, and demonstrating higher levels of safety and operations. Tier 1 status also makes counties eligible for additional state funding to support jail improvements and long-term planning. The Warren County Sheriff's Office underwent months of preparation, including policy updates, documentation reviews, and on-site evaluations required by the state. Sheriff Jackie Matheny Jr. praised his staff for its dedication, saying the accreditation reflects professionalism across the department. He also credited the County Corrections Partnership Committee, County Executive Terry Bell, and the Warren County Commission for supporting the effort. Officials say the certification marks a significant milestone as the county continues strengthening local corrections. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Garrettson Stone.
The search for Bigfoot ends at Garrettson Stone on Highway 55 in Morrison, Middle Tennessee's largest landscaping yard, with guaranteed lowest prices. So buy in bulk and have your stones delivered with 22 varieties of landscape rock, railroad ties, and even stone fireplaces, fire pits, and even that Bigfoot statue. Our mulch is a top seller with a variety of colors, plus topsoil for that perfect finish. From landscaper to homeowner, Garrettson Stone has it. Come rock with us, your stone headquarters on Highway 55 when you see the Bigfoot.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red Meteorologist Greg Bobus. Our forecast starting us in the low 30s this morning, but a little sunshine here for the first time in a while. And that'll continue on and off a partly cloudy day with high temperatures climbing into the upper 40s near 50 degrees. Overnight tonight, only down to 40, not quite as cold. And tomorrow, highs in the mid 40s, once again partly cloudy. Our next chance for rain in the forecast doesn't come until very late in the upcoming weekend.
It's time for Simmons Says, the show that brings Warren County the latest news and stories from around the community. Hosted by Jeff Simmons, this program dives into everything from local events to major headlines. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Hello, welcome to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday morning out there in McMinnville and parts unknown. Maybe Russia, maybe Belarus, I don't know. We'll have to see where we can get to on the Facebook page. Again, if you want to, you can follow the Simmons Says show on Facebook on WBMC 97.7 FM's Facebook page. You can also go on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville. You could also get us on the WBMC app or on AM 960 as well as just be here on WBMC 97.7 FM. Already got a comment in the comment section on WBMC's Facebook page from Angela Chisborough saying, Good morning, Angela. I hope everything's going on, everything's going good where you are at. I'm assuming that's over in Cookeville or parts unknown. We never know here. I'm absolutely distracted looking around in this studio with this just terrific decorations of Christmas lights. Or I'm assuming this is what this is supposed to be, is Christmas lights. Is the tree coming, Connor? What's the next plan in here?
It's Stranger Things themed. That's why I changed your picture to Joyce Byers.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It hadn't popped up on my, there it is, yeah. So, yeah, could you tell I was looking around like, I'm like, all right, so if these things start blinking and a Demogorgon starts tearing through the walls, I'm not 11. I have no powers. So, I mean,
no one's confusing you at 11. You'd be like, if you were 11 years old, you'd be on an NBA team right now.
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody is getting me and Millie Bobby Brown confused. If
the only person I could see doing that would be Stevie Wonder and Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah, maybe them. Yeah, I like this though. I don't know. Like, are we gonna have to? Are we going any further with it? Would be my question as I look around the room. I mean, there's room for a tree over in the corner, and there's a couple of outlets if people.
We're actually instead of a tree, we're just gonna get a.
I thought there was a tree in the lobby like last week, and then all of a sudden there was no tree.
Yeah, I came through and I was like, "This has got to go. This upsets the feng shui."
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That tree really didn't tie the room together, man.
It did not. Yeah, we needed a rug. Apparently.
We needed a rug in that room.
A rug would have tied the room together, but the tree, absolutely not.
No.
Yeah. I'll say this much: anybody that wants to do this, or if they want to continue to partake in the Christmas festivities and the decorations here, go for it. That's what I would say. People. I think that would surprise some people. Because Justin Reed has pointed out multiple times. He goes, if you were partaking in Christmas and Christmas festivities, you would have gotten a gift. He even told me, he said there was a gift he thought about buying me. He goes, Simmons doesn't do Christmas. He's a Grinch, so I'm not going to get him a present. And he's if he's not a Christmas guy, I'm not going to get him stuff. I was like, I appreciate that. Don't make me have to buy in on this. That being said, if you want to, or if anybody in our building wants to, knock yourselves out. Keep it out of my office. But knock yourselves out. I don't care. Put a tree up. I'm not. Don't ask me to help though.
I've already decorated your office.
Oh, have
no
you?
Room.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, you got all the cans and everything in there. So, yeah, I think this is a lovely display here in the WBMC studio. Justin's studios is a lot more decorated than ours.
That's true.
So maybe we do need to step it up. Maybe me, Rob, Raven, Tim, sports guys. Tiffany, everybody uses this room to record. Maybe we, Chadwick, yeah, need to all put our brains together and make this into like a more festive room like Justin's.
We'll do a Bill Cosby picture for Raven.
Yeah, yes.
We'll do some sports football pictures for you.
Yes.
A plant. Well, Tim's already got his plants in there.
Yeah. I had the helmet for the coaches show.
Yeah, the helmet.
We did bring the helmet in for the coaches show.
And then replace the TV with a massive portrait of me.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I think everybody would be okay with that.
Kate Blanchett paint me like one of her French girls.
That's Kate Winslet, not Kate Blanchett.
Whatever, it's close.
Come on, man. If you're going to make the reference, you got to at least have it right on that one.
I'm too tired.
I am a Titanic guy. I understand. I went to Titanic twice when it was in the movie theaters. Twice.
Why didn't you try a third time with Ocean Gate?
All right. Hey, it's Thursday. Or it's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. So it's time for Simmons' 2 cents. So if you want to, you can one camera me here on this one, on the Simmons 2 cents, and maybe a little bit of Nickelback as we go here. Going to go back to a topic that I touched on a little bit yesterday, and that was Notre Dame, the college playoff system, everybody talking about whether or not they should have wanted to play in a bowl game, whether or not they got snubbed for it. And I was sitting there thinking, have we the more that we've went to trying to give everybody what they wanted in college football, have we gotten further away from just having any kind of significant college football stuff? I started thinking about this when I was growing up. When I was growing up, we just voted on a champion. And sometimes you had split champions because the AP or the coaches poll or anybody like that would decide, hey, we don't like your champion. We picked a different champion. And this all came to a head about 1997 when I believe it was Nebraska and Michigan that ended up splitting a championship. And I think it might have been like the third time in like the previous 10 years that they split a champion. They said, we can't do this. We can't continue to do this where we don't have a true number. This is our only champion. They earned it on the field type deal. And that was the year that I think Michigan played Washington State in the Rose Bowl because the Pac-10 and the Big Ten champion always played in the Rose Bowl. Nebraska beat Tennessee. And what would that have been? Would that have been the Orange Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl? I think it was the Orange Bowl. Anyway, so Nebraska, Michigan win the championship that year, 97. So they go, hey, we're gonna use these giant computers. We're gonna use a computer system. We're gonna do a BCS formula. And we're going to have all these different formulas for how to get this in. And we're also going to use the coaches poll. We're going to use the AP poll. And we decided that would decide who were the 2 teams that would play for the national championship. And did that for a little while. And then people said, the vote, that the numbers are biased. The voting is biased. The weighted scale. We can't figure this out. Why aren't we just doing a playoff? Do a playoff, right? This football championship system's doing it. March Madness is tremendous. We just do a bracket, and we'll pick the 4 teams that are the best 4 teams. And immediately you found out, anytime you're trying to pick for 2, and it was the BCS system, or 4, and it was college football playoff, there was immediately like, well, what about so-and-so? How about that? And you get into these arguments, and then you get the debates, and you get all these things trying to give everybody what they wanted, because it's like we need everybody playing for everything all the time. Then we expand the 4-team bracket to a 12-team bracket. And even now, there's arguments. There's snubs. Well, Alabama didn't deserve to be in. They lost 3 games. Oh, well, Notre Dame can't go in because Miami beat them, and I actually agree with that. I mean, you can't really – if it's down to the last 2 teams and they actually played each other, you kind of have to pick the team that won in that situation. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, we did the NIL. We got the kids paid, which I still think the kids being paid to play college football is 1,000% something that had to happen, because you're making so much money off of them. You can't really just say, yeah, we're just going to give you a scholarship, but we're going to keep these tens of millions of dollars of revenue and profit you're generating for the school. Now, that being said, because there was such a and this, I'm not saying that this is NIL's fault. I'm not saying this is greed's. Well, some of it's greed's fault, but I'm saying that college football NCAA had these chances for years and years and years to try to find a sophisticated approach to figure out better ways to move forward with college athletics. And I think they just said, whatever. Y'all just do whatever y'all want, because y'all obviously don't want to listen to us anymore. And then let it become the Wild West. And now what it is now, I'm like, you got the transfer portal. Kids are going to – there's 17 different kids are going to 4 different schools in 4 years. There's kids that are leading their teams to championships right now that are probably going to leave immediately right after it and go try to play for somebody else. Millions of dollars on the line every single time that somebody calls. I don't know, man. It's the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, we gave everybody what they wanted, and now we get to it, and I'm like, I don't care about it that much anymore. I cared about it a lot more when I was 15. When I was young, when I wanted to wake up and watch College Game Day every Saturday and watch every game of the week. I can tell you this right now. I've not watched a football game in college or NFL, for that matter, that didn't involve the Tennessee Volunteers this year. Hadn't watched one. Not a single one. I was getting text messages this weekend about the SEC championship game, about the Big Ten championship game. So I'm not watching. I have no interest in it. I'll tell you this much. I probably won't watch any of the college football playoff now. It has no interest to me about what's happened with college football. That being said, let's get a little Nickelback right now. Let's find the blind man.
As a wise man, I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how
All right, there. As we stick on the topic for just another minute or two, here's what I would say. Who's the blind man? Anybody that thinks that their opinion on another fan base matters. It doesn't. It doesn't. I promise. We've had this discussion before on the Simmons Says show on WBMC. We've had it on Sports Authority here on WBMC. If you are talking, like if you are, as me, a Tennessee fan, trying to judge like Notre Dame, because Notre Dame said, we don't want to play. We're only going to play 2 games. We should have been in the playoff. We think we should be in the playoff. We got snubbed. We're not going to play a bowl game. And everybody's like, ha, 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 ha. Y'all are dumb, Notre Dame. I'll tell you this much. I've listened to Notre Dame fans. They don't care, nor should they. They're Notre Dame fans. That's their team. What you say about their team should not matter to them. I watched Shane Gillis. Let's see if I can get Connor's attention again. Yeah, I watched Shane Gillis. Big Notre Dame fan. I can promise you Shane Gillis does not care what I would say about what happened with Notre Dame because he's a Notre Dame fan. That being Vanderbilt's coach comes out, Clark Lee, because they asked them, hey, y'all kind of seem like y'all got snubbed or didn't even get considered for the college football playoff. do y'all want to play football? Are y'all going to play a bowl game? He goes, yeah, absolutely. You know, we like playing football around here at Vanderbilt, which was a funny answer, just to take a little bit of a shot. And two, I'm like, good, that's great. If they didn't, that's good, that's great. Tennessee, when Vanderbilt beat Tennessee, I'm not going to say anything bad about Vanderbilt. I was like, whatever. Give them their flowers if you want to. Criticize them if you want to. You know what the Vanderbilt fans in my life would say? I don't think they care what Tennessee fans think about Vanderbilt football no more than as being a Tennessee fan. Do I care what people are that root for Vanderbilt or Alabama or Florida or Georgia care about Tennessee? Say about Tennessee football? I don't care. I root for my team. You don't know my team like I know my team, so I don't care about your opinion when it comes to that. If you think you are, you're blind. If you think everybody cares about your opinion, especially when you are a homer, they don't. You're blind. Figure it out. But that doesn't matter. We can always debate about this. Connor, when we come back on the Simmons Says show, we're gonna have a good. I want us to have a good talk, a serious talk about some of this political stuff that's been going on the Simmons Says show. And I'm being truly serious.
Okay, that's why I'm double checking. That's why I'm
being truly serious. We're going to talk a little bit about what we want to see when it comes to 2026 and the people that are running for office in 2026. So if you want to win Connor and I's votes and the people in the age groups that we represent, how are you going to get us out to vote? We'll let you know on the next segment of the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM.
Hello, I'm Warren County Trustee Darlene Bryant. Growing up here taught me the meaning of community, and I'm grateful every day for the chance to serve you. May this season surround you with hope, joy, and peace. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
Merry Christmas! Happy New Year!
It's auction time in Tennessee on Saturday, December 13th at 10 a.m. We'll be at 218 Boren Road, McMinnville, selling the estate of Linda Sue McDowell. We will sell a 2012 Nissan Altima with only 46,000 miles, a 5x8 utility trailer, appliances, a cedar bedroom suite, a Lazy Boy recliner, lots of other furniture, antiques, tools, and more. For more info, visit dmsimpson.com or call 473-LAND.
This season, let's fill a Ford and fill some hearts. Main Street Media is teaming up with Reddick Brown Ford, Warren County EMS, and the Warren County Emergency Food Bank to help local families in need.
Drop off canned goods and non-perishable food at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison.
Or fill a Ford at our studios in McMinnville.
This is Helen Owens with the Warren County Emergency Food Bank. Our shelves are low, and there are families that need food every day. Your donation stays right here in Warren County, feeding neighbors, seniors, and kids who need it most. Will you help?
Let's do it together. Help us fill a Ford and feed the county.
Bring non-perishable items to Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison or by our Main Street Media Studios on West Colville Street. You can also donate financially by visiting the food bank on Sparta Street or by donating to the food bank account at First National Bank. Let's help provide food for families in need this holiday season.
Planning a move? McMinnville Moving and Storage has been trusted for over 60 years. Licensed, insured, and offering free quotes. Visit us at McMinnvilleMoving.com today. McMinnville Moving and Storage. Moving your past to your future.
On the KD4 community calendar, the McMinnville Park Theater is gearing up for a busy holiday season with a full slate of December entertainment. The schedule kicks off December 5th through the 7th with Warren Arts' one-act production of A Christmas Carol. And other highlights include trombonist Jeremy Wilson performing December 11th at the annual Hark at the Park charity concert December 13th, and the family-friendly Santa Sing-Along December 14th. The Daily and Vincent Christmas Tour arrives December 16th, followed by Boys in the Band and Alabama Christmas December 19th. To wrap up the month, Mark Park Theater will host free Christmas movie screenings December 22nd, with the public voting on the titles. Park manager Joe Harvey says the lineup has something for everyone and encourages residents to come downtown for the shows, shopping, and holiday spirit. This has been the KD4 Community Calendar. I'm Hamilton Hobbs.
Hello, welcome back to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. We got producer Connor going to be joining us for the rest of the show and having a little bit more conversation. I know everybody kind of gets the monotone Simmons Says, and Simmons 2 cents can get everybody a little bit zoned out. So we're going to have Connor to come in here and help me out a little bit on the show. But also, we always want to thank the business that helps us out here on the Simmons Says show, and that is Douglas and Lanier, your hometown insurance experts, specializing in commercial coverage for agriculture contractors and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. You have to trust the team that knows hard work, smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier.
Douglas and Lanier.
474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road, Douglas and Lanier Agency. Go by there every single day. See them over there, always busy. Seem like they're always at work, doing something, getting that insurance, making sure everybody's covered in the holiday season. You know, that's the last thing you want in the holiday season.
Dealing with insurance.
Yeah, dealing with insurance. Having to do an insurance claim.
Hey, can I get a medical claim and a house claim?
Oh, it'll be terrible
on Christmas.
Yeah, but you know what? Douglas and Lanier will make it happen, and they take care of you because they know they trust the team that knows hard work, man. Smart coverage, straight talk. That's what they do.
Big and small.
Yeah, trust everybody. Hey, if you're big, you're small, they'll cover you. I say it. It's right here. It says it right here. And if you're a business most of the time. But I'd say if you're a person, big or small, they will also cover
They don't discriminate.
No.
They like little people, too.
All right, Connor. Well, hey, we promised the people on the way out, or on the way into the last break, that we were going to talk a little bit more serious note about the political stuff that's been going on the show. I wouldn't even call it political stuff, because I always say 100% of the time is like when somebody wants to come onto this show, unless it's legitimately like back when we were doing county powers and there was something that we needed to talk about and get through. If you're a candidate or if you're a commissioner, I want to know you a little bit more when you come on the Simmons Says show. But let me ask you something, Connor. One, what district are you in? Do you know? Off the top of your head, I'm 4. I looked it up yesterday. I knew it, but I looked it up.
I keep getting confused because I had my districts memorized, but I've moved.
Do you know who your you're not your alderman? Your
my county commissioner.
Yeah.
It used to be Hennessy.
Hennessy? Okay, well that would have been 2.
So
yeah.
But I live out towards Morrison now. So
okay. Well, it could be Prater and Taylor, which could be, I think, 10.
Is there an easy way to look up the Warren County district map?
You could find it on if you search for Warren County Election Commission. If you scroll through there, they put you. I think they take you to the Census Bureau for the state, and it breaks down the county for completely. I mean, it's not an easy way, but it's there if you want to find it. But I was going to ask, no matter what district you're in, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to be. We can look for it in a break if you want to. But I was going to ask, when it comes to like a county commissioner, a representative, or a county executive. I mean, you've been in here. You listen to Terry Bell come in here about once a month. What is it that you look for? I'm just curious.
In an elected official locally?
In an elected official locally. Somebody that's really representing you daily. What is it you're looking for? And for the people in the comment section, love your answers, and tell me what district you're in. What are you looking for when it comes to like a county commissioner, a city alderman, a county executive? What do you want in 2026?
I want somebody who can genuinely look at the better interest of the county itself.
Just in totality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what's best for them, not what's best for their friend group, but what's best for the county. And not that we have any elected officials that are like that, like how I just described.
There's some, I'm sure.
But somebody who looks, because here's the thing.
Yep.
Everybody likes sweets or desserts, or at least generalization.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I see what you're saying here.
Sometimes you have to, like, make your kids eat broccoli too.
Exactly.
And you don't want to have to tell them that. And, like, here's the other thing. I get no one wants to pay any extra. If you don't have to, like, why would you want to?
Oh, we always talk about that with taxes.
And especially the wheel tax.
That was our issue. That was our issue point. Everybody wanted to claim, they should be paying more taxes. And it's like, they pay exactly the amount of taxes that they're asked to pay.
And so,
which is what I want to do too.
If we get into a situation to where it's, hey, we need to get out of this situation, and it's either we raise taxes or do,
or we're just going to keep,
making it worse.
Yeah,
I'd much rather them just be honest about it and be like, hey, here's the situation that we're in.
Yeah,
this is why we're doing this. Not, hey, we're going to do another wheel tax, or
we're going to do a wheel tax, and we'll figure out what it's paying for as we go.
And you can't just be like, oh, no taxes ever.
No,
because that didn't work for HW when he ran. He ran against, his entire campaign was no new taxes.
Yeah, and then you're going to end up at
And
some point.
he had to increase the taxes.
You're either going to increase taxes, you're going to come up with new taxes, or you're going to, or I mean, there's only it's kind of what you and I had, that the one that went galactic. I think it's up to like 70,000 views on Instagram anymore. Is you can only tighten your belt so much.
Yeah.
When it comes to eliminating cost or being able to live sustainably and affordable. Otherwise, you either have to eliminate cost. And in some aspects, I think this county commission has done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that they've really went through and said, we have to make sure that if we're spending money on something, it really is something we absolutely have to have. We do not want to have wasteful money in the budget. But at some point is, if you can't do that, then the only other way is you have to figure out a way to add revenue. And the only way, I mean, it's not like the county commission can go through and do very much other than we have to tax to raise revenue. It's not like we can. I mean, it's not like the county commission is going to start going out there and doing a car wash,
which would be hilarious.
Which would be really funny. Holding weekly car washes to help.
Terry Bell's out there like Daisy Duke. Come over, get your car washed.
Yeah, but no, it's interesting to see. Like I agree with what you're saying. I think I go back to the thing that we've been talking about on the Simmons Says show a lot is, show me you have a plan.
Yep.
Show me you have some kind of vision forward. I mean, because I know we're going to get in here and someone's going to say, and even with some of the people that I've talked to in here that are planning on running in 2026, and it goes back to I want to see that you can get past just a very, very generic talking point. We got to focus on education.
Yeah.
Like Carleen Brown came in here and she didn't say that. She said, hey, I think we're going to need a new school. Because I think when I look at the education system, or I look at education in Warren County, and I say that if we're dealing with overcrowding, at some point to help alleviate that and help maximize the educational force in Warren County, or our ability to educate in Warren County, is we're going to have to build another school and find more and do more for the kids. I'm like, okay, that's past just saying I'm an education guy. I'm like, okay, now that sounds like somebody that's looked at this and said, look, this is coming down the pike. We have to be ready for it.
Yep.
I want to know you have a plan. I want to know that you've put some thought into it. I want to, because I'm not talking about like how to deal with a pandemic.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can't ever. I mean, now that we know that it can happen.
Yeah. Then
we can be a little bit more prepared. But it's not like in 2026.
Yeah.
You know what I want to be ready for? COVID-22.
Yeah, COVID.
It's like, okay, A, now I'm worried.
Yeah.
And B.
Yeah. And two, I was like, what, do you have a plan? Are you is your plan of action something that you're going to start? You're going to bring in the next coronavirus or anything like that? No, I mean, I'm not talking about you having a plan. More that I'm talking is more what I'm talking about is, what do you think's happening 2026 to 2030 when you're going to end up in office, and what is it you're trying to get done or trying to help with? I think there's some times where I think there's a lot of I will not criticize a single person that says I'll go pick up papers. I think they can pick up papers starting like December the 22nd. If I looked at that correctly on the state thing, so I have an article, or kind of it's a column more. That'll probably come out in the next 24 hours. I've been writing on it the last day or two. It's over. It's like 1,500 words already, but it's kind of like talking about who's in, who's out, what are the big things that are going to be happening, how I might be writing about political stuff in Warren County over the next 8 months or 10 months or however long we have until the last election in 2026. And I keep writing and thinking about how I want to see 2026 coverage be. But what I will say about this is I won't criticize anybody that put the name on a ballot.
And the other thing,
because you're trying,
is because you were talking about having a plan going forward, and that's very important. The other thing you have to have an idea with now, Warren County's traditionally been agriculturally centered.
Yep.
For the last however long.
Since its foundation.
Yep. We've had Terry Bell.
Yep.
And especially during the County Powers Act discussion over the quarry.
Yep.
Agland is disappearing
People
by the minute.
Yeah, they're telling you, and it's like an acre every 7 minutes or something like that.
And
they know the math.
So we need to find out if we're okay with the new identity going forward, because we're not going to be able to stay agriculturally based with how things are progressing.
There's a question of whether or not if you want to fight the if your whole thing is we got to preserve that. And it's like, okay, I understand why, because that's ingrained in our entire DNA in Warren County is to preserve that. We're the nursery capital of the world on that. That being said, what you're saying is it as much as you fight it, is it coming?
Yeah.
And are we just going to be the people that put our head in the sand and say, no, we're not moving forward, and everybody's going to be like, if you're not moving forward,
you're going back.
Fine. You're getting lapped right now.
And there's ways to preserve and advance, but you have to find, it's a very, very, very fine line balancing act. You're going to have to achieve.
That's a fascinating question. That's a very fascinating question.
Our very own Raven Young.
Mm-hmm.
She's a developer.
Yep.
You know what her husband does?
Yeah.
Nurseryman.
Yeah. So they're in some aspects in that very household, they're fighting the same thing of Raven probably has projects and things that she wants to bring to the community. It's like, well, to do that, you're probably going to need land.
Yeah.
To take the most land in this town.
And she renovates more than she does build new development. But what's good for a developer is bad for an agriculturalist.
You would think.
And what's good for an agriculturalist, it's bad for a developer.
Yep. That's a fascinating question. I like that, Connor. Yep. I told you, man. I knew that you could get serious on this and we'd be ready to roll on it. All right. Hey, let's take a break. We're well past the time that we were supposed to be taking a break. Want to be thanking Douglas and Lanier Agency, 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. When we come back on the Simmons Says show, we might dive more into this, or we might just change it up completely. You never know on the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM.
Talk Radio WBMC News is next.
It's time for some more great weekly specials from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. King's Bacon, $9.99. Armour Vienna Sausage, 88 cents. Sundrop Dr. Pepper 7-Up A&W RC Cola 2 liters, just 2 for $3. Banquet Pot Pies, 5 for $5. And JJ's Assorted Fried Pies, just 89 cents a piece. All these great deals and more from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
In the Main Street Journal news, Warren County High School's football and competition cheer team brought home a major victory over the weekend, winning first place at the Smoky Mountain Championship in Sevierville. Competing against strong programs from across the region, the Pioneers delivered a flawless routine, earning a hit 0 score with no deductions, the highest standard in competitive cheer. The championship marks a defining moment for a team that has battled injuries, lineup shifts, and other challenges throughout the season. Under head coach Whitney Dyer and assistant coach Kathy Green, the squad pushed through those setbacks with what Dyer described as perseverance and resilience. Along with the first-place finish, Warren County earned its second bid to the National Cheer Competition held each February at Disney World, underscoring the team's competitive strength. The Smoky Mountain win is one of the program's biggest achievements this year and a proud moment for Warren County High School. More local news and sports are just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by the Park Theater in McMinnville.
Get ready, McMinnville. Grammy-nominated bluegrass superstars Daly and Vincent return to the Park Theater on Tuesday, December 16th at 7 p.m. It's all part of their Candy Canes and Coals 2025 Christmas Tour, a joyful night of holiday favorites and that signature harmony and humor fans love. Tickets are on sale now at the Park Theater box office and McMinnvilleParkTheater.com. Don't miss Daly and Vincent live at McMinnville's Park Theater.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red Meteorologist Greg Bobus. Our forecast starting us in the low 30s this morning, but a little sunshine here for the first time in a while. And that'll continue on and off a partly cloudy day with high temperatures climbing into the upper 40s near 50 degrees. Overnight tonight, only down to 40, not quite as cold. And tomorrow, highs in the mid 40s, once again partly cloudy. Our next chance for rain in the forecast doesn't come until very late in the upcoming weekend.
All right, welcome back to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am Jeff Simmons. I was hearing it in my it was one of those ones where I think actually has the
It's got a switch.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because I can see it on the waveform.
Yeah. I was sitting there, so as I was doing it, and you're like, oh, yeah. He actually is hearing it.
Which is funny. I went to go play it today whenever we had Grant in the studio, and I was like, because I didn't have my headphones on because Raven and Rob were coughing this morning, and whenever you hit the cough button, it goes directly to my headphones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not out on air. And so I was listening to it on the radio, and I was like, oh, there's just no audio for this because it starts off so quietly.
Yeah.
And so I had to switch and go to other songs. But if they had their headphones on, I could see why they were confused now.
Ah, well, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, were you messing with it right now? I feel like just now you were more in my left ear than my right ear. I don't know. That
No.
would be fun. That would be funny if you could.
If I just start just switching.
If you could control that over there to where how the sound went into my headphones or out, and all this, and and then all of a sudden the whole day we only heard the show in our right ear. I think it would drive Rob and Raven.
Well, that's
crazy.
how mine is. I only hear y'all through my right ear.
Yeah, but that's not because of that. It's because of you.
No, we set it up to where because for talkback. You come in exclusively on my left.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which is my good ear.
I was gonna say, I thought you had it. I thought you just.
Or no, my left ear is my bad ear.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there thinking.
Which is really funny.
Which is funny. That's the top back ear.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to say something to people. Hey, Rob Nunley chimed in and said, tourism will supplant ag as the state's top industry at some point. Prepare for it or prepare to fail. Also got a text message when we were talking about what would you like to see from a candidate? Someone who would tell the truth and not paint a picture that is not totally accurate. A person who has a vision and plan of action, a person willing to make decisions on how to balance a budget, cutting cost and increasing revenue, a good communicator. And Rob Nunley says apologies for the cough. Hash round went down the wrong pipe. Not sure what Raven's problem was.
You're not going to finish this?
Nope. I started reading before I'd actually proofread it.
I will say with Rob's comment previous to that, because it kind of goes through on the topic we were talking about in the previous segment. Tourism is massive.
Yeah.
As we know, we have an entire tourism board for the city. And agriculture can, supplement with that. Lucas Patterson does Cedarwood Pumpkin Patch.
Yep.
Which is booming for 2 months.
Yeah.
If you're an agriculture based business, you have to find a way to supplement what your normal income of receiving, shipping, and everything else.
Yeah, how can you customize? How can you adapt to the times?
Because they're a nursery. Cedarwood, that's what they do. Mm-hmm. And then they created this pumpkin patch.
Yep.
And that can help supplement them throughout the year and keep them relatively stable.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen the girl that I graduated with, Leanne Pelham, now Leanne Morrison. I know they have a nursery, but she's got like a sunflower field. And they basically it's almost like they made it just so they could have people that can come out there and take pictures. And I don't know if they charge anything for it. They could, and they probably
could and should.
But I'm sitting there thinking even stuff like that where it's like, hey, I'm gonna just have a part of my land where it's like I'm just make it to where people can come visit to. Like you said, just make it pictures, make it.
My parents talked about putting in a lavender field for the exact same reason, charging. A small amount to have people be able to come in and take pictures.
Our favorite show, Letterkenny, they did that at one point. It's like just the old rustic. People want to come take pictures and see the scenes. If you're telling me that tourism's going to boom in Warren County and people are going to want to come see small town USA and visit here, then play into it. You're going to have to.
And if you're a corn and like if you're doing corn, rotational crops, switch out from soybeans to wheat, and I'll have to read a little bit on that, so that way I'm not talking completely out of the one word I can't say on the radio.
Out of pocket.
Yeah, out of pocket. There we go. Because I don't know if it takes the same
say pocket on radio.
soil nutrients, but talk to somebody else and get a business partner and start a distillery that you can then run tourism out of off of your farm.
Yeah, a little wheat, corn, and barley. Yeah, I know where you're going there.
Or brewery or whatever.
Sure.
You've got the ability to, you just have to think outside the box. It's no longer, hey, I want to grow corn and soybeans to make a living.
Yeah, and again, too, like I said, we got and then hey, we should, if we're the nursery capital of the world, and this would be a great question. And maybe people are doing it, and I just don't know enough about my own county, and I'm just talking, like you said, talking out of pocket right now. On it is we're the nursery capital of the world. Why don't we become like the Christmas tree capital of the world while we're at it? Like granted, I understand that those you can't just. That would be something that you'd have to be looking several years down the. You can't just grow a Christmas tree in a year.
I think partially it's that, and they also, like, I think certain variety grow better in the northern climates.
Yeah,
but
I mean also too. Or you do what Heinz did, and you have to start adapting, making the pots. I mean the everything that you have to do. And I know there are nurserymen out there doing the exact thing right now and finding ways to increase their revenue, finding new revenue streams. And I think that's the people that I want, particularly that are in leadership, that are understanding, that have taken, as we said, they've taken old school Warren County and adapted it to 2026 and said, I can still do this, but I can also look at different ways to move us forward in Warren County. So, I mean, that to me, those are the type of perfect candidates that I want in Warren County, are the people that understand and embrace what makes Warren County, but also understands that you can't keep Warren County if you can't figure out a way to move forward with the times.
Yeah.
Because it's not 1940 anymore. Like it's going to be different. It's going to be different. It is. It was actually funny. I drove through last night. I went to, and this is sometimes where I realize it's not so bad. And I know I have my own thoughts on downtown all the time, McMinnville, but I drove through last night and I went up to basically the border of Kentucky, and how I got up, I had to go. It was a winding road, almost no interstate. So I'm driving through small town after small town after small town after small town, and I'm just sitting there looking at it. I'm like, McMinnville's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I was like, and McMinnville has more than we think sometimes. And that might be something I want to. In fact, let's take a break and go back, because that's another comment that I saw on here, and something you and I were talking about that we hear all the time. We need this. We need that. What do we really need? Because I'm going to tell you right now, after driving through like Carthage and Hartsville and some of these the small towns in McMinnville, I'm like, we got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a
more
lot.
than you think.
Yep. All right. We'll be back here on the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC.
Ready for a new journey? Durham School Services is hiring school bus drivers in McMinnville. Stop by 126 Middle School Drive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for on-the-spot interviews. Bring a friend. Enjoy flexible hours and competitive pay starting at $16 an hour. Want more info? Text JOBS to 63552. That's JOBS to 63552. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
This holiday season, give the coffee lover in your life a gift that warms the heart. A Coffee Lover gift bundle from the cafe at Tree City. Each festive bundle is filled with local Rusty Bucket coffee, a Tree City Cafe tumbler that gets you coffee discounts all year, plus a holiday scented candle and a gift card for the cafe, all ready to place under the tree. It's a $75 value for only $49.99. Visit the cafe, located in the Inn at Tree City on Sparta Street, and pick up your Coffee Lover gift bundle today before they're gone.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals. And it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
If that rooster doesn't make you think of Pa Kelly, maybe Nursing Home Christmas will. Let's keep the tradition going with the annual Kelly Marlowe Memorial Nursing Home Christmas program. In his memory, we invite you to support our local nursing home patients by mailing your check to either NHC Healthcare at 928 Old Smithville Road or Willow Branch at 415 Pace Street. And as Pa Kelly would say,
and from the bottom of my heart, thank you and Merry Christmas.
You're a part of me, McMinnville, Tennessee. There's nothing like you anywhere around. I'm proud to say you're my hometown.
This Christmas, shop local and find something truly special at Graves Family Pharmacy. We've stocked the shop with custom sweatshirts, the cutest Meadowbrook gourds, and we're proud to be the exclusive retailer for Daylily Nursery's waxed amaryllis bulbs, the perfect gift for anyone on your list. And that's just the beginning. You'll discover unique holiday treasures all throughout the store. Make your Christmas brighter, simpler, and a whole lot more local. Graves Family Pharmacy, where community and Christmas come together.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
McMinnville, Tennessee.
WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WBMC.
Hello and welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. I got producer Connor in the air with me on the airwaves today. So we've been talking a little bit about what we want to see from 2026 politicians. If you want to run locally, if you're going to pick up those papers and try it and see what happens on there. I don't think I've been encouraged. There's been people trying to encourage me to run for something. I'm like, why? What would you want? Would you really want to see me holding office in Warren County? And I was sitting there trying to think about it. I was like, I think the school board, obviously I live in the city, so I can run as an alderman if I want, or I could run for alderman if I want. I obviously live in the county, so I could run for District 4 commissioner if I wanted. Then I think the school board district person in my district is up for re-election this time too, so I could run for any of those three, I suppose, if I really, really wanted to. What do you think, Connor? I don't know. Which one do you think I would be most suited for, commissioner, alderman, or school board? Yeah.
Probably commissioner.
Yeah. I'm also trying to get text messages right now where I keep getting fired in the middle of my show. Like I got a message last night about how I got removed off all of our social media accounts on Facebook, and then I got another email just now that was that said that I got removed again from all of our Main Street Media Facebook socials. I'm like, okay. I was like, can y'all stop firing me in the middle of my show on Facebook? I'm like, it's distracting. I can't even get into the Simmons Says page anymore.
That's awesome.
Like, if y'all don't want me running that's fine. I was like, I'll just be Simmons Says, and that's one less role for me to play during the day. I was like, I'll just write. It'll be fun. Write and record the show, and then y'all take care of everything else social media wise. Anyways, Nunley said we need, in quotations, online is all too often treated synonymously with I want. Example, a lot of people say we need an indoor pool. I would say they want one. Personally, I have no need for one. Don't classify your desires as necessary expenditures. What we need are schools, fire departments, police, even sanitation equipment that serve our actual needs. Yeah, I think that's I think that goes back to kind of the Tommy Savage thing that he was talking about when we were in here. It's the have tos, need tos, and want tos. Nunley's talking about the haves, what we have to have. Yeah, the things that we want, that's great, but what we need, what we want, what we wish we had, there's have to have, need to have it, want to have it. It's like I said. I've said it multiple times. The only things that really get the community stirred up, in my opinion, are the want tos, not the needs. The need stuff or the have to have stuff. Nobody's in that meeting with Nunley when he's over there at BOMA, or when he's at the county commission meeting sitting there and everybody starts talking about that dump truck that we need, that we have to have. It's like, hey, we're not going to be able to pick up trash if we don't have this dump truck. And people are like, whatever. But it's like, if someone goes, but what about an indoor pool? And everybody, now we're up in arms. We get everybody out there talking about indoor pool. He's not wrong.
Which, I mean,
gets people fired up.
There's stuff that everybody's going to want more than they want.
Yep.
Like a dump truck.
Yeah.
But let them not be able to pick up your trash for 2 weeks.
Boys, if I go home this afternoon and my trash hasn't been picked up, I'm going to be calling the city and saying, hey, it's trash day. Why don't I not pick up my trash?
And I mean, and that's the thing, is like, you don't know how bad you need it until you don't have it.
Exactly.
Indoor pool would be sick.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Here's the argument that when it comes up to the indoor pool is I have no idea how we dropped $10 million on that restoring, revitalizing of Milner Recreation Center, but somehow did not involve an indoor pool with it.
Yeah.
And if we had archives to go back and look at, but in online archives, because that's how people get news now, pretty much.
You talking about Facebook?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm talking about reporting and everything like that.
Yeah.
You gotta adapt with the times, and you have to start getting. I mean, that's where people are going to go to get their information anymore, online, and not go. They're not waiting.
Fill out a
They're not waiting
request.
3 days for it anymore, and that's why the Main Street Journal is thriving, and also the Main Street Journal Sparta has launched. If I could go back and look but if I had archives online that I could go through, I want to say that when they first passed that the project to revitalize Milner, or actually it was at that point it was the McMinnville Citizen Center, and then was named Milner Recreation Center. I want to say that one of the aldermen even said they voted yes because they thought the indoor pool was a part of it, and it might have been the deciding vote.
Are you serious?
I was like, oh,
probably should have read that.
Not a good look. Anyways, I was gonna say there's so many times when I get online and I see the chatter, and Dad said that we need a new. It's funny. Dad said y'all need a new segment where it's like the most outrageous chatter post of the week. I was like, that we used to do that. It was social media commentary. It was mostly just about people commenting on our social media. I was like,
we used to have something called Chatter All Stars on Town Talk.
Well, Chatter All Stars. Oh, Chatter All Stars would be amazing. But I was sitting there looking at it, and this one's the one that I obviously hit home a little bit, because someone was like, "Oh, we need a true sports bar in Warren County. Mud Bums and Applebee's aren't cutting it." And I was like, "Of course I'm going to look at it because my brother owns Mud Bums." I started reading. I was like, "Do we? I was like, if we had one, how long would it be before people would be on Chatter criticizing it?
Well, and here's the other thing is, if you want a true sports bar, I assume he's talking about liquor by the drink, right?
I'm assuming that was probably what his issue was.
As soon as football season really ends, I mean, there's still people that watch, golf and everything else and basketball. But really and truthfully, by the time you get to the summer for a sports bar, those are dead months.
Yeah.
You have to be able to generalize and cater to everyone.
Yeah. Well, there's also the aspect of this is the biggest thing to me is when you start saying stuff like that, you have to ask yourself, and Rob's pointed out, he said, we don't need a steakhouse. We need Taco out there on his route and mechanics keeping that truck running. It's also this. When you ask for these things, it's dependent on, is it a service that needs to be provided by the government, or is it an independent service? Like when you say we need a steakhouse or we need a sports bar, buddy, that means that then you go open it. If you think that that's something that's vital to Warren County, and you think that that's something that could absolutely thrive in Warren County, do it. You can. That's not something the city or the county is going to provide. What the city and county are providing is what we said. They'll give you the business license that says you can do it, and they'll come inspect your restaurant and say it's clean to eat. I mean, that's what they do. Like, we also have to understand the difference between what a public and private industry has to be. Like like the things that need to be made for the public is something we need the government to be not handing out, handling.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. If it's going to be for all the public, in general, that's probably something that the government's going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
Now, electricity and stuff like that, in some aspects, that's still handled through the city, through the county, and stuff like that. But for most of the part, that's that. We need this. We need a shopping center and stuff like that. Do it.
Yeah.
Buy the land and do it. If you think we need it that bad and it would thrive in Warren County, what's stopping you?
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. I mean, Rob just said it in the comments. He's talking about the logistics of it, and people always popping off about it. And look, it's not easy to get that kind of stuff set up. So you think that our local county commissioners have the extra time? County commissioner is not a full-time job. County executive is.
Yep. That's about the only one.
But, they still have a bunch of stuff. They're also working their regular jobs.
Yeah.
So you want them to figure out a way to open up and run a steakhouse.
Maybe. I don't think people are going chatter asking the county to start a steakhouse.
But trying to bring one in.
But trying to bring one in, it's like, hey, then if you think that would thrive, what's stopping you from doing it?
Talk to Outback. Get
look it up. Find it. Find the place. Start franchising it. Bring it in here. Do it. Or you know what? Support the places that are already doing it in this county.
I think Begonia
there's plenty.
Steaks.
There's plenty. All right, man. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show tomorrow at 9 a.m. Good show, Connor. Appreciate you, man. Way to chime in with it. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show at 9 a.m. Wednesday.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan